What do you do if you're in your 20s and your 30s and you're trying to figure out how to switch your career and make more of your life? Well, the first thing you should do is you consider your current career. What is it that you're doing right now? What are you involved in with your work? And you should think about, are you switching because you're bored? Are you switching because you want more money? Are you switching because you don't like the environment? So there's different reasons that people are thinking about switching their career, but I would definitely start out with making a list of why I want to switch. Like, what don't I like about what I'm currently doing? And then I would make, on the opposite side of the list, what are the things I love to do? When you're switching your career, I think that you should consider what it is you really love to do. A lot of times people don't like their careers because they're getting burnt out or they're really bored with what it is that they're doing. Now, I tell you what, when you find your sweet spot, when you find the thing that you love to do, then that's when the money flows, the happiness flows, all those things just come into sync. So it's important when you're younger to switch it up if you're feeling it, to find out what it is you want to do and get into that career. So some things I would do is I would say, hey, make a list. Then I would say, what are your passion points? And then I would say, don't do it just for money. And what I mean by that is that sometimes you have to show your talents and your gifts. Sometimes you have to get into what it is that you love, but you have to be trained. You have to be mentored. Sometimes you have to take a lower pay rate just to get into that field. And all those things are okay because you can always make the money later, but just get into what it is that you love to do. Also, I always tell people when they're making a career change to make sure that certain things line up. Like, are you making a career change because you also want to buy yourself more freedom? If you want to buy yourself more freedom, then you should think about what am I going into next? How is it going to take up my time? How many hours am I going to have to work at this? If you're trying to give yourself more creative expression, then you should think about what I'm switching to. Will I have more leeway to express my creativity or my abilities or my skill set? So that's all important when you're switching careers, all right? But I tell you what, it can be exciting when you get to your new place. It can be exciting to get on a new journey. The biggest thing is that you want to make sure that no matter what career you go into, you want to check your own productivity ratio. And what I mean by that is you want to just check and make sure that you're putting in your 110%, especially in your 20s and 30s. I know that we heard the, old saying, don't work hard, don't spend too much time, on your job, and people are on the beach and with their computers and making a lot of money. And I feel like I have a freedom-based lifestyle. I feel like that I've gotten to a place where it's fairly easy to, make money and that kind of thing. But my 20s and 30s is where I put in the work. Those were my super productive years. Those years I worked my butt off. That's where I really got in there. And I was moving around a little bit, trying to figure out, exactly where I was going to land. But while I was figuring that out, I wasn't taking a long time on one thing. I was like, okay, let me see. All right, I'm speaking. I'm a speaker. And I love this. I love speaking before the crowd. Then I'm like, okay, now I'm an author. I'm writing books. Okay, I got to have time to write books. Then I was like, okay, I'm a coach. I got to have time to coach my clients that I'm coaching. And so I had to, find out what part of those things that I was doing that I loved the most. And I really love coaching. That was my real element. So I said, you know what I got to do is I got to carve out more time to spend in the coaching arena and less time in the other arenas so that I can have time to do what I love and spend time with my clients, really help others make money, really help others get to their purpose, manifest their goals, manifest the life they desire. And so I had to make time to be able to talk with them, speak with them, counsel them, coach them, do workshops for them so that I could help other people, because I found out that's what I really wanted to do. All right, so what do you really want to do? Where is it that you really want to land? What do you see yourself doing? If you close your eyes and envision your perfect day, what does your perfect day at work look like to you? How are you dressed? Where are you showing up? What other kind of people are you around? What's in your hand? What does your desk look like? How are you working? And so all those things are really important. Hey, this is a perfect place to stop. and tell you about my exciting Women in Wealth Club. This is the ultimate online community where you get personalized consulting, accountability, systems, and virtual assistants to keep you focused. We're probably more extreme about your goals than you're used to, but if you really want to get serious about your goals and achieve them in record-breaking time, then extreme is exactly what you need. So, click the link below to reserve a spot. All right, back to the video. I believe that you're going to land where you're supposed to. You're going to work in your purpose, and you're going to have a really productive life. But I'm telling you, starts with pen and paper. Get out that journal, write down some list of things you want to do. Also, make sure that you find something that you really enjoy doing, and also make sure that you express yourself to the fullest. Give your all, give 110% to what it is you're doing. Don't be a starter, be a finisher. Finish something, finish some things that you're doing, put your whole heart into it, and you'll find satisfaction. You know, I also found out in my own career that once I put my whole heart into what I was doing, my coaching and helping people develop and manifest their dream life, when I did that with 110%, then I found satisfaction in my career, because the satisfaction came from seeing the results that I desired, seeing people achieve, build billion-dollar businesses and have success. And so you'll feel that when you put your 110% in, then you'll see the outcomes that you desire, because people will be productive or whatever it is that you're doing. If you, no matter if you're an artist or if you are an accountant, or I don't know what it is that you may desire to do, but whatever that is, when you put it in all of your effort and you see the results that you thought you were going to see when you were dreaming of this career, then that'll make you very, very happy. So let's talk about this. How soon should you do it? So what happens is when you're switching careers, you can get really anxious about it. Like, you can be like, okay, I'm ready to do this thing right away. I tell people, I have different kind of clients. If I have someone that's going from a study job into entrepreneurship, I tell them to give themselves what I call runway. To make sure that you save up, that you have money put aside. Before you jump out there and become an entrepreneur, make sure that you have some money saved up, so that when you hit the rough spots, when you have to invest in yourself, when you have to get help from other people, that you have some money to be able to survive on your own without having a check coming in. All right, so that's important in that arena. When you're switching careers from one job to the next job, then I think that you should still have some of the same thought pattern. When you're switching jobs and you're switching to something else, you should still have some kind of safety net. There should be some money kind of saved up. There should be something, you know, that you can fall back on. But at the same time, when you're switching from one career to the next, I think when you find that thing that you're switching to, then I think you should go in. You know, you can't go at this slow. If you're going to switch up, then you're going to have to say, I'm leaving the bank and now I'm going into the art firm. Hey, that's a whole different industry, whole different set of rules. You got to learn the game and the rules to the new game quickly. You got to learn how that works and how that operates. So I tell people, learn fast, dive in deep, because you've been used to doing this for 10 years. Now you're going to start something you've never done before. You got to go in face forward really fast and really try to get the new thing that you're doing. All right. So that's important for you to do that. The biggest thing in finding your career or finding yourself, that's what really is happening, is when you want to switch careers, you're trying to find yourself. You're trying to find your sweet spot. What will make you happy? When you're doing that, think about your gifts, think about your talents, think about what it is that you love to do, but also think about your responsibilities at the same time. What do you have to pay for? What has to, be taken care of? Think about those things, put all those things into the pot, and then look for what satisfies you in all those areas. But I think that my success from switching careers, from changing the game, and even every 3 years, I usually change something that I'm doing. And even in my same career path, switching up how we do things completely. Switching from one kind of coaching arena to totally business coaching to women in wealth coaching. Switching from doing 100 speaking engagements a year to doing tours and only doing 4 a year. That is a huge switch up. That's a big change. So it's like switching careers. But I tell you what I did, that when I made those changes, I planned them out. I put my head in the game. I decided what I was going to do. I didn't look back, but I couldn't just drop one thing and pick up the other. I had to make sure that what I already had going on that had sustained me for years, that I could balance keeping that thing going while I was starting this new thing. And I went in starting this new thing, learning and growing and acting very fast. Because if I didn't act fast, it doesn't matter that I'm on a new path. I'm still going to fail on the new path if I don't take certain actions. So that's really important. You got to take action. You got to be on your game. You can't be lagging behind. You can't be lazy on this thing. If you're going to switch careers, you got to get a new level of productivity for that new career. So that means you got to get up. You got to set some goals. You got to get a new way of moving and conducting yourself every single day, a regimen for the new arena. All right. So that's what I would do. That's what I did. And every single time I had to switch things up, every 3 years about it, I switched certain things up, and we grow and we go and we're successful. But that's because we go in it full force, not lagging, not standing on the sidelines trying to figure out if this is what I really want to do still. If I'm going to do it, you got to go all in. That's what you should do when you're switching careers. Go all in, and I'm telling you, do it full force, but do it being super productive, and you will win. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this one, you're going to love the other ones. I'm telling you, they're exciting. Also, click the link below and check out my free offer. I have something really exciting I want to get to you.